if I get it, that's what I'm gonna have to do myself because I'm playing it with this character. I'm not. I'm gonna have to try
Like
and fight it.
I played it on New Game. I played it on New Game Plus 3 myself when I first played it, and it was a rough time. But I'm also using. I also use like really weapons that are really easy to stun lock with, like the axe and the whirly gig. The whirly gig just stun locks the shit out of everyone.
Looks like it
So
would.
like,
I've seen it. I've seen him use. He used it a little bit where you can just hold that L2 and
yeah, it's really good. So, but it was a it was a rough time. I wouldn't recommend anybody doing it, so I don't know why he is. I mean, I did it, but that was because I was also really heavily leveled in comparison to the New Game Plus I was on, because I did a lot of challenge dungeon stuff.
ah.
So,
I've done a little bit of those at this
um,
point. Those are difficult. I still haven't beat. I need to get the one where you can beat the lady. That lady near the bottom.
I
It's like
haven't
the.
completed them,
Oh, you need to do some of
but
them
I
with me.
know.
That'd be a fun time. Cause I am at. I've done a few of the Ailing Lorraine, and I have to beat the Defiled one. Your health is halved, and the first boss is a Keeper of the Gods. I think it's one of those ladies with the big hats, and she just
Yeah,
she's bullshit because I don't. Her physical attacks don't do me too bad, but if those fire hits me and she does a couple of them at a time, I'm pretty fucked. Like, it's not a very good
yeah,
time.
and let's see. I have a new build set up. I went through it again with a different build to try out one of the DLC weapons,
Oh yeah.
because once in my New Game Plus 3, I completely abandoned the axe in favor of the whirly gig, because the whirly gig's the only thing that can chunk and do stun damage at this point. Like, it's the only thing that can cause them the real back in pain
Oh yeah.
because of
Okay,
the
I get you.
serration. Um, and because it's the only thing that does that much amount of damage in that much amount of time that also has an axe build. Because it plays very similar to the axe in terms of moveset.
Like the Hunter's Axe.
Um, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's one of my
So
favorites.
it was just a natural progression of the hunter's axe to the whirly gig. And then I did a second build using the bloodletter, which is by far my favorite weapon in the game because it's ridiculously
The
OP.
blood.
A
Oh,
strength.
I've seen a little bit. How do you get that?
It, you have to kill a guy. That's as much as I'm going to say on that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All right.
there's there, there's a guy in a place, and it's really obvious who that guy in the place is and when. Like you'll know, you'll see him. You'll be like, that's the guy who needs to get murdered to get the weapon. But he drops it.
Ah.
Um,
Okay.
but you have to kill the real him, which is another issue entirely. Um, so it's a really good weapon. Its base weapon is just like a mace, and the mace hits like the axe's transform form. It's
Oh,
absurd.
nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. I get you.
But with a speed more comparable to the Tonitrus or the Cleaver.
Oh, that's good.
So it's super OP, and in its transform form, it takes a chunk of your health out, but it turns into like this two-handed ridiculous bullshit that adds like blood damage onto your strength damage. So one
Really
strength build makes it like
nice.
do like it does ridiculous amounts of damage.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
absurd
I'd
how
say
much damage
so.
it does. I've seen builds where it does like 600 damage a hit, just base.
Good God. All right. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'd do that. That doesn't sound bad at all.
it's the strength weapon. It's the weapon I'm gonna that's the new best weapon of Bloodborne after the hunt. Like the Hunter's Axe was my favorite for a long time. But the Bloodletter is definitely the best weapon. I went through a whole build doing that. So
I'm gonna have to give that DLC a try sometime soon.
it's really good. There's like there's technically four bosses, but one of them's just like an ad boss type of thing. Um, where it's like
Yeah.
swarms
There's.
of dudes.
I thought one. I thought there were five.
There are five. Maybe. Oh yeah, there's five. Never mind. There's four bosses that are required for progression. But
And then there's also like, um,
and then there's the other guy.
which is
And if
the
you count a lot
yeah.
of the hunter fights, so.
Okay.
But the
The
last boss is by far. He's really hard. He's really hard. Um, simply because of the way he problematizes how you're supposed to dodge.
Mm.
Because you do have to dodge forward, but you have to dodge forward the right way. And I got lucky because I'm left-handed, so I dodge in a particular location. So
Well,
like he'll do
good.
a swing, and the swing will hit in front of him and both on like it will hit the front left and back right at the same time.
Well, that kind of blows.
So like the general rules are usually dodge to your right because that's just how people kind of dodge.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Because they're right-handed.
Yeah, I think, hey, the circle's over here on the right, so let's back up. Oh, I'm gonna kill it by my second sack guy. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. I can't die by my second one of
but
those.
if you do that, you're still gonna take a hit. So you have to start dodging to the left. But I always dodged to the left because I was left-handed. So I had a bit of an advantage, but it still took me quite a long time to beat him. It's really weird because a lot of the fights, with the exception of maybe Maria, their second forms are way easier than their first form.
Yeah, but her third form is kind of a bitch. And you're right there.
No, Maria's the exception where Maria gets progressively more dangerous as far as
I don't think so. During that second phase, she does seem a little easier because her moves seem a little more like from the second sack guy.
It depends. It depends on how good your parries are, whether or not the second form is easier or harder. And it also depends how you usually play, whether or not you're a guy who dodges backwards or forwards.
Yeah.
Maria is meant to punish people who dodge backwards.
Oh, definitely.
So I think Maria gets progressively harder, even though I usually dodge forward anyway, because I could see how problematic that could be. Maria's the only one, though. Like, Lawrence is way easier second form, I think. Ludwig is miles easier in second form, because in second form you just keep hitting him, and then he stun locks. But, like, as long as you're behind him and hitting him, you're fine. And the last boss is absurdly easy. He's way easier because there's way more downtime between when he moves and when you can hit him after he moves.
Okay.
Like, it's way more obvious when there's an opening and when there isn't. And that the second form is meant to punish impatient players, but as long as you can figure out what the opening is, you're good. The first form before him fights a lot more like a hunter, and it's way tougher because of it.
Okay.
He's a hunter with a special gimmick, and that gimmick is one of the hardest things to learn and gauge correctly.
I actually want to give that a shot, but I just don't. I feel like it's gonna be garbage. Oh, hey Luke, look who's gone. Goodbye, Luke. I had a great time talking with you. Thanks for leaving. I have to see if we can get him back inside here.
Alright, what's player 2 do? Like, I know you can make 2 guys, but what is that? What function does that serve? I haven't played it.
More bodies for the body pile, whatever you want to call it. Because sometimes you get absolutely, and they can get, if you're playing by yourself, you can control both characters, yes. But they get
really cool.
they get really hard all of a sudden. So like you're like, oh, I have these 2 guys, I'm gonna take out all these dudes, and next thing you know, they just move in and you're dead because if they outnumber you, you kind of get screwed. So you have to kill them at a quick pace, and if some of them move in fast, can be a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of planning, but for the most part, like, we wanted to play on tactician mode to begin with. At least I wanted to. And we started to play it, but we were having issues because the dexterity stuff didn't necessarily make much sense, to be honest, at first. Like, if you're playing a dexterity build, make sure your dexterity build is pretty good, because if not, you won't be able to do backstabs or attacks, because they use a lot of your action points to do that.
Okay.
That's something you should keep in mind, definitely. Oh, 2 dogs down. I like when they hit me and give me my health back at the same time. Hey, look, my souls. I got 94,000 just between those 2 spots. I didn't realize that guy didn't come back. We're gonna go around here, see if we can find this dumb sack guy and kick his ass. Yeah, we can. Oh, he's gonna get me again. Back up, back up. We got it. We got it. We're fine. I don't know what that does, but that scares me every time he does it. Alright, I got you. And we hit you overhead. And we hit you again. And we hit you a third time. Oh, yeah, we got him that third time, though, too. And... oh, I got him. Alright. That was a bit of an issue. Oh, Luke Shackleford. How goes the divinity?
I am still in character creation, as I will be
Oh,
for quite some
goodness.
time.
Yeah, no, it you might actually be there for some time. I didn't know what time you actually got started with it. Was it just a moment ago?
It was literally, I made an offline build for a friend and I who were going through it, and now I'm creating an actual build I plan on playing with other people.
Oh, okay.
So, like, and I spent quite some time doing the other one.
No, I
I haven't
imagine.
actually played any of the game.
You're just making builds. Well,
I'm just making builds. That's how it went with Bloodborne. I made like 7 builds based off what people said were some of the better builds, and based off certain characters I wanted to
yeah,
realize.
just
And
how
I
you
played
want to
through
try
them
it.
methodically. Just went through. No shits. No shits given.
Oh, that guy didn't die. I wonder if I can hit him like this. Ah, nope. But I fell on him just a little bit. I didn't want to fall down there. I don't hope there's no items up there. Yeah, I tell you what, we're just gonna roll around him. Big jump. Alright, we got this guy. He can't do anything. He tried. He really tried, Luke, but he just could not.
You couldn't handle
No,
it.
he couldn't get unstunned. He really started to move and move and move, but he just couldn't do it. Oh, always gotta unlock this this gate right here, because this guy's a lifesaver between the whole village, basically. Luke. So Luke, what'd you do
Yes.
today?
I didn't do much. I went to work.
Oh, nice.
I spent my Valentine's Day with my girlfriend and really cool stuff.
You were in town?
I was in town for Valentine's Day.
I actually did not know that, and why didn't I see you just for a moment?
Because I went to see Deadpool with Connor.
Oh, dude.
Because Connor blew them.
How was that?
It was really good. I am so surprised at how they managed to get Deadpool right and not fall into internet Deadpool or fall into like turning him into a really outdated humor icon, which is really easy to do with Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Deadpool is probably one of the hardest characters to get right ever. And they did it on point, super on point. A lot of nods that comic nerds like Connor and I got immediately that will not be evident to everybody, but it's still a funny movie in its own right.
Oh, alright.
For example, there's a lot of like references to a guy named Rob Liefeld,
Okay.
who was the artist for a bunch of terrible comic art in the 90s, and just like the person that Deadpool makes fun of the most.
Okay.
So the fact that there's like a coffee mug at the beginning that says Rob L on it.
Nice, okay.
So
I see what you mean,
and
alright.
then there's just like a reference to like there's like a passcode to something like fuck Liefeld or something like that. It's really good. But they did a really good job with another really important part is they managed to do some sort of CGI animation with the mask that Deadpool wears, to where like he emotes in his mask, like so his mask actually has like an emotional range to it.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is really important for Deadpool because Deadpool can't not have his mask on most of the thing because there's character reasons. But he still needs to be able to show off the ridiculous amount of emotive like range, which is easy to do in comic books because you just draw it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. You just draw
masks
the
don't work like
animated
that in
mouth
real
form.
life.
Yeah, not
So
like that.
they managed to do some CGI with that. That's probably was most of their budget was that mask thing, and it was really good.
I mean, a good bit was also
But
Ryan Reynolds. Let's be honest.
yeah, well, Ryan Reynolds played an earlier Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and they fucked it up so bad that Ryan Reynolds actually really wanted to make it right, because Ryan Reynolds is one of the biggest Deadpool fans ever.
Well, I'm glad you got to make it right.
And he did. It worked out. They make a nod to the Green Lantern movie in it, and
Oh,
how
really?
terrible it was. And Ryan Reynolds was Green Lantern. If you didn't know, so
Yeah, I did
um,
know. That's pretty hilarious.
they also make fun of the X-Men Origins Wolverine Deadpool on multiple occasions, which is really great. They make fun of Fox, which are the people who made the movie. Um,
That's
which is
fantastic.
really good. That's
Yeah,
what
which
you
is
need
really
to
good.
do with Deadpool, is you need to break the wall so hard, and you need to shit on everyone for everything that's ever been fucked up by them. So the fact that that's what's so worrisome about a Deadpool movie is, will he do that? And he does it a lot.
I'm gonna die.
He makes fun of Batman. He makes fun of Robin. He makes fun of the fact that there are multiple timelines for different Marvel movies.
Back here with Luke. I'm in the middle of fighting whatever the hell these are called. What are the ones called that are really just long bodies inside water? They're always inside water, just floating there.
What?
Like the elongated beast bodies that are in the water. What are they called?
Which? Oh, are we referring to Bloodborne right now?
Yes, Bloodborne. The Bloodborns.
The long beast bodies.
They're always in water. They're down in the sewers. They're in the forest. They're just hanging out, laying in water, waiting to murder you.
I know what you're talking about. Shit. Oh, yeah, I don't know what they're called. They're like crawlers or something. I think the colloquial term is crawlers.
Crawlers?
Yeah.
That's not bad, I guess. They do crawl, I suppose. Come on, creativity. Where's it at? And then flip.
I know they're one of the few things that are actually considered undead.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with you, or agree with everyone there, because everything else in this game is pretty much a beast or a weird transformation of something ridiculous. Alright. Oh, so I gotta unlock this gate, and then I can go face the shadows, see if I can beat the Shadows of Yharnam. I'm probably gonna need... Oh, do you think the Blades of Mercy would do any good versus the Shadows of Yharnam?
Oh yeah, any dex-based weapon is definitely more useful fighting a hunter-style enemy.
Alright, we'll try it then. Alright, gate is unlocked. There's also a snakehead guy in here. Ah, he already transformed. We'll let him walk into me then. And then we overhit. Oh, alright. I like when they start just stabbing in the air. And gone. Gotcha. Tampering. Madman's knowledge. I use a lot more insight now than I thought I ever would. Buying chunks, buying rocks. Using them for freaking everything. Losing them to or brain suckers. The brain suckers, though, they're ridiculous.
The suck brainers.
The suck brainers.